Joe Cronin.
Hit me with that big fat thing in between of your legs. Hit me with that big thing up in between of your legs. And I'm impregnate your eggs. I'm impregnate your lesbian. Oh, look at me, I look like a psychopath. Look like a psychopath. I look like a psychopath. I might need a bath. I look like a psychopath. Look like a psychopath. I can't grow facial hair. I can't grow facial hair. I'm a psychopath. Look at me, I'm a fucking psychopath. I got a flat, ugly hat. Looks like crap. I'm a friggin' psychopath. Oh, look at me, I'm a psychopath. Just look at me, I'm a psychopath. I look like I need a bath. Look at the terrible Photoshop, a psychopath. I'm a psychopath. Look at me now, I'm a psychopath. Oh my god, I am a psychopath. None of my co-hosts ever last, cause I'm a psychopath. Yeah, I'm a psychopath. Motherfucking psychopath. I look like a psychopath. Psycho ass. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, yeah. What up, everybody?
Fucking come kill you right now because you're a fucking idiot.
Oh, I'm a fuck. What? Say that again?
Hands up. What up, Army Ian? How you doing? How's everybody in the chat doing tonight? My tongue is still jacked up. I'm still talking like an idiot. Like I'm talking like this. I'm talking like this because I bit my tongue. It's awful. When you bite your tongue, it sucks. Overwhelming amount of support for Dynamite. You seen this, guys? Look at this. Holy mother of God, 77 votes. What will be the best this week? And people, anybody who wonders why Rampage isn't on here, are you joking? Why isn't Rampage on there? Yeah? Why isn't Rampage on there? Why isn't Big Bird on here? Why isn't Big Bird on this poll? Because Rampage has 300,000 viewers, that's why. And then, if we look over at Monday Night Raw, Jesus Christ, Monday Night Raw doing a 1.5? 500,000 people tuned out of Monday Night Raw because Monday Night Football is back. Yikes, bro. Monday Night Raw was on a streak of absolute insanity. 2 million viewers for like 6 weeks in a row. And then, poof, it all went away because of Monday Night Football. I mean, holy crap, dude. I had no idea the rating was that bad this week. That is rough. They're in trouble. I mean, dude, Raw fell to a 1.59 million total viewers. Its lowest since July 4th, and that has been what the ratings were like, you know, when right before Triple H was taking over and SummerSlam was kicking into gear. That is where they were at before. Like, this is rough, bro. Raw fell to 1.5 million viewers. Like, let's just put that up down below. Look at that. That is a rough statistic for the WWE and for Raw and for Triple H there. And I know that there's going to be the excuse train is going to happen. You know, Monday Night Football and whatever else. Listen, Monday Night Football existed last year. Monday Night Football existed the year before. Monday Night Football existed the year before that, year before that, year before that, year before that year. And the ratings weren't below a 1.7. You know? So this is something we can compare it to. No matter what. It's a bad rating. And it's after an impressive streak from WWE. There's the donation link for the people that asked me. I'm sorry, I forgot to put it up there. I apologize. I forgot to put the donation link up. And I'm a moron because that's how I stay alive. And we stay doing these shows is by donations. And I didn't even put the link up like a moron. I'm sitting here working essentially for me. And I don't even put the link up. So my bad, John. Thank you for telling me. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you. AEW isn't good either way. They have a show, free pay-per-views. What? AEW does not have free pay-per-views, right? AEW isn't good either. They have to show free pay-per-views to get 1 million. No, they don't. Oh, I know what you're saying, Goofy Goober. You're saying that they're not pay-per-views, though. They're special events that they, But that's been done forever, dude. Like, that's not new. They don't have pay-per-view events. They have special booked events because the reason why they have special booked events besides ratings is for it's also for the fact that they just don't have enough pay-per-views. They only do 4 a year. But anyway, I mean, it doesn't matter how they get the rating. If they get the rating, they get the rating. It doesn't matter how you fucking get the rating, dude. It's not even that good. They got 1 million views. WWE has a lot more. But that's not good. Monday Night Raw does a 1.5. AEW does a 1.1. Now, I may be wrong here, but I believe this may be the closest margin that AEW has been to catching Monday Night Raw. And it came out of nowhere. I did not think AEW would hit a 1.1 this week. And I did not think that Monday Night Raw would sink to a 1.5. Now, I thought Raw would sink to a 1.6 or 7, but I thought they would have done it weeks ago, but they didn't. Now they finally have. But AEW is going the other way, which is surprising to me because they haven't capitalized on any of this amazing drama that they've had going on. So, with that being said, this, I believe, is the closest. They're only off by about, 400,000 or so, right? About 485,000 apart. I think they did get to that 1 point. I think WWE Raw hit a 1.5 as well, and then I think Dynamite did a 1.2. So essentially that was about 400,000 away. So I think that might have been a year and a half ago or so. So this may not be the closest, but it's very close. This is the closest to the close that you can get. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of an interesting thing, man. Are you ready for some football? What's up, Articulator? Colonel Stutters is here. He's a member in the chat. I want to welcome Colonel Stutters. Thank you for being a member, Colonel Stutters. Get that Colonel Stutters love up there. Got Luis Ernanetta is in here as well. He's a member. Become a member by clicking the button down below. Mr. Pico Boulevard is here. He's a member. Just want to say hi to all the big members because I love members. Luis Ernanetta, Colonel Stutters, thank you. Appreciate it. Maybe the legend in his own mind, that dick MJF, will save Monday Night Raw. Maybe. I don't know. But I think right now AEW is really dropping the ball on this guy. In the way that, man, they had all this. The Stokely group was not good the other night. Hopefully they make the adjustment this week because the Stokely group, my God, man, he went on forever talking, did Stokely. And it was not very good. It just wasn't that good, man. First donation of the night goes to Robbie Hyde.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete. I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Do you think the first few Triple H episodes of Raw was more of a honeymoon period? Last night dragged minus a couple good parts. Needs to bring some more energy. Even if it's something like a few years ago when Batista was dragging Ric Flair around.
Yeah, you know, I don't think it was a honeymoon period because it wasn't that good the first couple of Raws with Triple H. I didn't think because a lot of the Raws with Triple H, you know, to begin, he was still following through with other people's storylines. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to think. It's the first couple of Raws with Triple H, you know, he was still building towards Crown Jewel because Crown Jewel had already been kind of planned out. So he was mostly just building off of what was already planned. So it was kind of a mix of Triple H's stuff / Bruce Pritchard, Vince McMahon, and everything else that was going on and the other writers. So, you know, I don't think it was necessary. It might have been a honeymoon period for idiots that were just saying, "Oh my God, it's so different now." It wasn't. You remember when fucking knuckleheads out there like Midget Man JD and other people, these fucking people were like blowing Triple H. They were like, "Oh my God, Triple H is so much better." And I was like, dude, what are you talking about? It was like seemingly a little bit better, but it wasn't that much different. What the fuck are you talking about? But these people fucking ranted and raved about how great Triple H was. It wasn't that great. It was better. It was slightly better. And now it certainly seems a bit different. It seems a little more like NXT when Triple H was in charge. But still, it's not. The other night wasn't that great. It was okay. You know, and it was better. But again, I've seen nothing. For me, you know, Raw the past year, the Raw this entire year has been a 2 or 3 out of 10. But since Triple H has taken over, for me, Raw has been a 4 or 5 out of 10. So that's better. But that's still nowhere where, I mean, dude, I want to be in the 7s at least. I want to be in the 7s. I mean, when I first started, you know, when I first was angry with WWE, the reason I launched this channel, the reason why I launched this channel was to vent and complain and bitch and moan because I was pissed at the stuff I was seeing. And I wanted to say stuff about it, so I did say stuff about it. Granted, I didn't know this was going to turn into I didn't know this show was going to turn into a fucking full-time job at one point. I did not see SmackDown, so I wouldn't want to rate it. I think actually I did see some of SmackDown, and I wasn't too impressed with SmackDown. Overall, I haven't cared that much. What up, Rojas?
What's up?
What up, you bitch? You got everybody talking about how you want to fight me. What's going on?
Oh, you know I never want to fight you, bro.
No, come on, fight me. Fight me, you
got
little
a brown
prick.
belt. You got a brown belt. You'd fucking kick me in the head, bro.
I don't know if I'd kick you with my brown belt, but I'd, leg sweep you or something.
Actually, you know what? I think I do a better job than you think. See, when I'm in a fight, I do like good for like 10 seconds. And I'm like, okay, I got my punches in. All right, time to take an ass beating.
Oh, yeah. You start off well.
You got to, well, that's all you need. Just like get a few hits in, and then it's like, okay, I didn't go out like a bitch.
Yeah, you gotta go in with the mentality, I want to knock this fucking person out before they ever see it coming.
Okay, Mr. UFC fighter.
Or literally you let
fight.
or you let them make the mistake. That's the other thing is you can let that. If they're not a dangerous fighter, then you let them make the mistake. If they're not used to it, like let them like watch what they do and then just counter it and fuck them up. If they know what they're doing.
The last fight I was in, like I was taking punches from him that they weren't really hurting, and I landed a few punches on him. I got him in a side headlock and like threw him into a tree. But he was getting a lot of shots in. But the thing is, they just weren't affecting me that much. And so in my mind, I was like, okay, just pull off a Rocky 3 strategy. Just tire him out, just have him keep punching it. I was doing the like, yeah, is that all you got? Is that all you got? Come on.
Well,
Come on. And then
got
at the end of the fight, it turned out I had like a huge fucking knot in my head and I had a busted lip. But I wasn't bleeding as much as I should have been for someone who got so many hits in.
Well, you got retard strength.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, did you see the stuff I was leaving in your comment section last night?
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
I mean, I did think I didn't like the stream last night, but
well, I mean, to be honest, well, but I mean, to be honest, halfway through, I basically was asleep. I don't know if you noticed it on the stream. I fell asleep kind of on the stream. Like I was very tired.
I did notice. I was like, Joe, because you were like, "Our show sucked tonight," and then I was like wondering, like, I wonder what he's talking about. Commentaries.
Well, I did. I basically, if you want to watch the review, you watch the first 45 minutes. I really reviewed the show. If you watch the first 45 minutes, but if you watch the next 30, you watch the next 30 minutes of the review. I went to bed, like in my brain, like my brain went to sleep. But you are right though.
I think last night was was decent in my opinion. Wasn't good or I won't think it was like good or great or anything, but I think it was a serviceable show for what it needed to be. I liked the progression and some of the stories. Some of the promos I liked. Some of them were not that good, like the Bailey promo, but she's garbage on the mic anyway. So
what was good last night? Tell me go back to Raw last night, and yeah, I saw you in the chat.
Okay. So I liked the Austin Theory versus Kevin Owens match. I really liked it.
I thought it was a good match. Pretty good match.
I liked the whole thing with the Judgment Day, them entering, and the promo with Dominic. He has really good heat.
What would you give? That's my favorite thing of the whole night was the Judgment Day.
I didn't really particularly care for the women's stuff.
I didn't like any of the women's stuff. Yeah. Although, but they focused the whole night on them.
But it did at least. I'm sorry, what?
They focused the whole night on them. The whole night basically was about them, it seemed like.
Oh, you know what? Honestly, I watch the YouTube clips when they come out, and I watch all of it on the playlist. So maybe it's it translates.
Jesus Christ, you can fuck yourself, bro. You watch the 40-minute wrap up of the show, and then I sat through 3 hours. I watched 3 hours.
I watch the 40-minute wrap up. I watch all the segments that are out. I go on they released the
oh my god
the promos, the segments and stuff like that. I just don't sit through the fucking same Cricket Wireless commercial every 5 minutes.
Yeah, so dude, you don't know then. That is different. But here's the thing, I mean, dude, what was
the same can be said for AEW, because when I watch AEW like that.
What's the Judgment Day's promo out of 10?
Out of 10, it'd probably be a 6.5.
I'd probably agree. Nothing. And that's the best thing that happened all night.
Nah, the match between Owens and Austin Theory was great. The match with Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins was really good. So
I'd give those two things. I'd give those matches 7s. I'd probably give those matches 7s, right?
I think the Austin Theory and Kevin Owens one was a little bit better than the Rollins and Lashley match. But I don't know. It's I feel like I agree with your points about the commentary, but I don't let that shit bother me anymore because it's been the problem.
But you know what? It enrages me because it really takes away the generic talking. It fucking enrages me. But that's not why I'm giving the show a bad rating. It's not even why. I would say the commentary influences me. I would give it say they had more Ronaldo last night. Calling everything that was happening. It might have made it a point better. Right, so if I think last night's Raw was, I think I gave it a 4 out of 10. I mean, I'd probably give it a 5 if Morrow was there. You know what I mean? If it was a 6, I'd give it a 7.
I gave it a 5.5 out of 10. So it's
what the fuck are you saying? You thought it was pretty good last night? That's a 5.5?
I said it was it's in the middle. It's fine to me. It's average, and it was serviceable. So serviceable to me like, I don't know. People expect it because Triple H was taken over. Every show is going to be an 8.
I don't expect that. I didn't expect that. That's what JD from New York with 3 girlfriends he makes cry and is a fucking scumbag would say.
I know. That's what JD and Solomonster want to pretend because
Solomonster has a big fucking nose. He's a big fucking ugly nose, and fucking Catman drives on.
Did you hear what he said about the Logan Paul thing? He was like, "What? Instead of having stars like Braun or Kevin Owens or they're putting Logan Paul." It's like, well, do they need, like, right now?
Yeah, we don't need one of those cocksuckers to go to Crown Jewel. Who wants to see Braun Strowman at Crown Jewel versus Roman? Nobody.
Well, that would have sucked. But I'm also saying, like, you're in Braun Strowman again. And Kevin Owens, this momentum run, what good is it going to do them to have them lose to Roman? It's not going to, just going to kill their momentum. Logan Paul is a star who you can use to your advantage, make money, gain interest for a pay-per-view that nobody gives a shit about because it's useless filler. So anybody who has a problem with that match, well, I'm sorry to tell you, you don't know how fucking, like, businesses are run. Like, it's like, I don't know either, but I know it a little bit more than I feel like than Solomonster, who's supposed to be this fucking seasoned wrestling podcaster journalist guy. Yeah, and he's talking like a fucking mark.
I explained this the other day. It's this simple. Triple H is doing a good job of balancing casuals and marks or smart marks. Listen, I don't care either. I agree. Fucking who cares? The bottom line is this. Logan Paul's a big star. He's going to bring in some viewership, maybe some outside interest, maybe, which none of your wrestlers are doing at all. Also, Logan Paul was great at WrestleMania, or, in his matches that he's had at WrestleMania and things like that. However, Logan Paul sucks on the microphone, and your only problem here is you got a guy no one really likes, and you got another guy that no one really likes, you got 2 heels facing each other because the fans don't care about Logan. So I get it. That sucks, and that's terrible, but I understand the business. So Triple H gives you the casual fan, the celebrity guy, Logan Paul, at Crown Jewel, just like they'd bring in Goldberg or somebody like that. And then, on the other hand,
this thing Goldberg.
At Survivor Series,
I'd much rather have this thing Goldberg.
At Survivor Series, you're going to have War Games. So Triple H is pleasing the NXT and the AEW marks because here's War Games at Survivor Series. And at Crown Jewel, it's Logan Paul. So I think, even though I'm not a big fan of the Logan Paul thing and all this stuff, I don't care either. And I agree, he sucks on the mic and is it questionable? Maybe.
I don't think he sucks.
But
I don't think he sucks.
Oh, he sucks on the mic. It doesn't work. But the thing is,
I don't know. I like his promos. I like his promos more than a lot.
You like Logan Paul's promos.
So
you like Logan Paul's promos.
I would prefer it more than someone like honestly. I know everybody loves Seth Rollins, but I don't like his promos either. I think they're all fucking.
Wait a minute.
I was there.
Yeah, but dude, you got to be joking. If I play Logan Paul's promo from last week, I mean, what the fuck is he saying?
I thought he did it. I don't know. Maybe I have to rewatch it. I thought he had a pretty decent promo segment on SmackDown with Sami Zayn and the Usos. I thought that was pretty good. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. I don't review this every week like you do.
I don't think it's that. I think he's terrible. I think Seth is better because Seth is weird. I don't really love Seth Rollins' stuff either, anymore. But at least it's kind of like funny.
When he gets serious.
Well, he's
I like when he gets serious.
Well, Seth is so retarded now that I think it's funny, but that's about it. But
yeah, but I don't think that fits his new character. Like, he's supposed to.
I think Luke just cut out there, but again, I think what I like is what I like about Triple H is that he's spreading things around. Like I said, he's got the celebrity thing going at Crown Jewel, which nobody really likes Crown Jewel anyway, so that makes sense. And then at Survivor Series War Games, he's got a couple of matches for the hardcores. So I just think that the people that are like, it's like that, I don't get it. Like, man, I get it. Why don't everybody get? He's spreading it around, that, and I'm fine with that. But is Triple H he's been that great? Not really. He's been slightly better, it seems like, but it's not much. It's not the change I thought. The praise that people like fucking these other wrestling YouTubers are giving. yeah, these other wrestling YouTubes give Triple H, but now they criticize this. I just find it hilarious because I was fairly like mid-level with Triple H. Like, hey, this is better, and I'm glad Triple H is doing something. This is cool. Let's see what he does. Other people are blowing him like he's the Messiah. But now they're criticizing this move, and I'm sitting here like, well, I don't have a problem with it. I think it makes sense what he's doing, as far as the business. So it's just funny to me. I don't get it.
I'm sort of in this position where I kind of feel like Triple H is making changes that I like, but they aren't being, I don't know, they're in their beta stage right now. So you can see something that, like a product that's developing that's going to be really good in like 6 months time. But right now, unfortunately, they have to basically start from the ground up again. So, whoever thought that Triple H was going to fucking just immediately come in here and we're going to get takeover after, style wrestling, and it's going to be just like NXT back in the heyday, like, you're not going to get that. It's going to take time, and I like the changes that are being made. You can already tell that it's being improved. You can sit here and pretend that it's not being improved and that you don't see Triple H's influence on it. I think you're fucking lying if you say that. I personally not like on the negative side of it, but I also just think it's so stupid for everybody to just flip flop like, oh, Triple H is God, he's daddy wrestling, I can't believe it. And then like 2 minutes later, it's like, oh my God, Triple H, biggest mistake. I bet Vince is actually running the company right now. Like, really, you think Vince wanted Johnny Gargano back? You think Vince wanted any of these fucking NXT guys to be given so much time? Vince would definitely not give these 3 fucking women any time on TV. Like, he'd give them a fraction of the time that they're getting on TV right now.
Well, I mean, to be fair, let me just be fair to Vince for a second, because this is not the first time. We've seen a lot of times, not that long ago even, and a year ago and 2 years ago, where they have put the women on a lot. I got to be honest. They've made the women the main event a ton in the last 3 years. Like, main event again, they open the night, then they close the night. This is not the first time that that women wrestlers opened up Raw and then were the main event later that night. So I really, you know what I mean? Like, that's not that different. I'm serious. Like, they've done this.
Two rookies. Like, I know they're not really rookies, but Dakota Kai and like Io Shirai would not be in this position right now.
Oh, no. I agree with that. No, those two women wouldn't be up. You're right, but I don't even care. Like,
I like Dakota Kai. And Io Shirai.
Well,
but I just don't think they fit with Bayley. Just Bayley is so terrible.
Bayley is so. No, yeah, I said this the other day. Bayley is so cartoony and out there. Did you hear Dakota Kai on the mic the other day? Dakota got on the mic and started saying stuff, and I was like, whoa, that's actually pretty good. She'd be better if she was the leader of this, because she was dead serious, and I was like, wow, I believe her. But then they went back to Bayley, and Bayley was like, ah, ha, 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 and it was like, oh. So it didn't match up. Seriously, it didn't match up. Like, Bayley's over-the-top cartoon villain, but then Dakota Kai was dead serious. And I said this on the show. If you listened last night, I said, put Britt Baker as the leader of this, and it's better. Because Britt Baker pulls off the bad person heel gimmick much better, because Bayley is so bubbly, like, cartoony, that I don't know. It's just very cartoony.
Or, like, if Rhea wasn't doing anything, I'd put her in the position of this. Like, if she wasn't in the Judgment Day, I'd put her with these two. It's like Rhea Ripley is compared to every other one on the roster. Like, no one besides her has me interested in that division. I like Dakota Kai, I like Io Shirai, but right now they're in a storyline that I'm not very interested in. Alexa Bliss, I mean, you're supposed to take like this whole, this is apparently going to be the storyline that.
Oh, Jesus, Rojas. Rojas, fix your shit. You're, everything you just said for the last 40 seconds was like, my bad, man. I'm going to mute you for a second. Try to figure it out. We'll be right back to Rojas. While waiting for Rojas to figure out how to get Obama phone fixed, let's go to the donations.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete.
Robbie Hyde again.
I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head
Thank you,
devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
I came across a small wrestling channel called Technical Work Rate Productions. They did a podcast just shitting on Triple H as a booker and how bad he is. What do you think of Triple H as a booker?
Triple H is a booker. I don't know. I don't know enough at this point. You know what I mean? I mean, I think he's been pretty good because what I'll say is that it didn't get worse. You know what I mean? Like, nothing really has gotten worse. The only thing I'll say is, what I don't like about Triple H so far, and this is proven, you can look this up, you can go watch Monday Night Raw, and then sit there like a little Tony Khan dork with a pen, and you can write down how many times this happens. What I've noticed about Triple H over especially the last 4 weeks, the interference is out of control. The outside interference in everything is out of fucking control. But it's always been out of control, but it's even more out of control now. So I've noticed that. The show is better. Oh my God! Oh shit! Most Blaze! It's friggin' turkey time!
If the turkeys ate us, yeah, they had to hate us. What if the turkeys ate us instead of Maybelline us? What if the turkeys ate us instead of mashed potatoes? Thanksgiving was a little bit different. Instead, those turkeys ate us. They cuddled us apart, and first they'd eat our nuts, and then they might eat our butts. Yeah, the turkeys ate us. What if the turkeys ate us? What if the turkeys ate us? What if they filleted us? Instead the turkeys ate us. Thanksgiving's getting kinda friggin' crazy, because people's blood might be the gravy. The turkeys might gobble on our giblets, instead they might gobble on the testicles.
Turkey time!
What if the turkeys ate us? What if the turkeys ate us?
It's a long one, but it's a good one. Turkey time.
Fuck it, the world is ending anyway. The Great Reset is among us?
Oh. Most Blaze, they've said the Great Reset is here. That they want to reset us. I mean, they're the ones that said it. It used to be something that people would say, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. Oh, yeah? Well, then why are the people saying that they're doing it? You know, oh, fuck, I just froze my thing by doing that. Oh, no, now I've got this title thing on my screen. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's see if I can get rid of it. Fuck. I've done this before where I've gotten rid of it. It's really hard to get rid of this. Fuck. Oh, no. Oh, no, guys. Moss Blaze with the $29.99. Let me unmute Rojas. But yeah, no, so I think the Great Reset, there's definitely some kind of attempted reset going on in multiple different ways. And they've literally told you how they're doing it. I mean, Canada's told you, Justin Trudeau's told you. We're seeing it all over the place. I think some stuff we're overblowing and we are getting a little bit out there with, but some of the stuff is definitely true and definitely happening. Was that Rojas? Rojas?
Salute. I don't know. I just see conspiracy theorists all over the place, and it's just like sometimes you're just like, oh my god, it's ridiculous that you think that's really going on. Like, I don't know.
Well, the leader said it. The leader said it though.
Yeah, but I don't know.
They said it. They literally said it. Like, what do you have to be told? Like, that they said that they're They said they're doing it. It's literally they said it.
All right, who's they? The leader?
Well, Justin Trudeau said it. Multiple other leaders in the UK have said it. It's literally a thing they all talk about. The Great Reset. They all say it. Like they talk about it. Leaders talk about it.
I don't know what I don't know what you just said. It was like
Oh man. All right. Well, whatever. Anyway, the Moss Blaze wanted to talk about it, I guess. I don't know. Give me a call, we'll talk about it, bro. I mean, you know what I mean? It's but everybody, you know what it is like anytime you bring this up, they want us all to be like, "Oh, you're a conspiracy." Like that's what they say. Well, dude, guess what? Conspiracies happen. So what are you talking about? Yeah. You know, I know that there's psychos running around out there making everything a fucking conspiracy that isn't. I understand that's retarded, but this shit's really happening.
Well, I mean, don't you? I mean, obviously, Batman was a brainwashing feminazi gender movie. Obviously, Ben Shapiro told me. I
was it? Because I haven't seen it yet. Was it like that?
Basically, it's if you look up a bat.
Oh my god, bro. Well, Rojas's connection is just fucked. And by the way, and my fucking thing is stuck. I can't get out of this fucking screen. So I have a title thing stuck on my fucking head. Trying to fix this, but I'm trying to figure out. I forget how to fix it. There was a way that I could fix it, but I can't quite figure out how to do it. Swear to God, there's a way to get rid of this. And I did it before. When it freezes on me. It's driving me nuts, though. Let me tell you that. It's fucking driving me nuts. I thought the Batman was like... I haven't seen Batman yet because it was so weirdly mixed in all these things that I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, man, this is fucking driving me fucking nuts. I used to be able to know how to fix this. Why isn't it working now? Fucking goddamn it. I guess I'll just have to have a title thing over my head. Todd Fair rules, says Mastodon. The earth is fat, says Dog Cat. God is an astronaut. Touch some grass. I've actually got a drug test tomorrow. So that'd be a bad idea, probably. I don't know why they drug test when weed is legal in Massachusetts. Doesn't really make any sense. You know? Doesn't quite make sense. I would just hire Paul E., Dirty Dutch Mantel. Oh, Paul E. Dangerously. Dirty Dutch Mantel, Jim Cornette, and Eric Bischoff, or Vince Russo. Well, we'll just hire all of them. How about that? Bring them all in. Hire all those guys. I would hire all of them, too. I remember I brought that up to Conan. I was like, yo, why didn't you just hire all those guys? And he was like, I don't know if somebody gets stabbed if they do that or whatever. I always thought that was funny. And he was like, someone's going to get stabbed. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. Someone would get stabbed. There's room in the Discord if you want to call up. But I'm still trying to fix this fucking problem. I still can't fix this fucking issue. Swear to God, I fixed this one time. It was like I was hitting tab or something. And I fixed it. I'm surprised I'm not able to do it right now. Hitting all the fucking keys. Tony needs to hire them. No Jim Cornette. No Jim Cornette, says Ouija Loke. All right. WWE will soon be gone, about a year. NBC Universal will gobble up Time Warner. Then Vince will really retire, giving him the full roster for Ring of Honor. You're all being trolled. Well, wait a minute. Wouldn't that mean AEW would be gone? Or, I would think that they would merge AEW. It's not even their company. So even if the two networks merge or whatever, AEW is still going to be able to be there if they want to be. And then, by the way, the reason why title is over my face is because the fucking thing glitched out. I was going to put Moss Blaze up on the screen because he was the top donator. But now I can't put Moss Blaze up on the screen because this fucking thing froze. So sorry, Moss Blaze. I was trying to have you go up on the screen. But, fucked up.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete.
Retro Neon.
I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Yeah.
Hunter's Raws aren't good and the crowd and TV viewers know that. Hunter's NXT was bad cause it catered to indie smarks/marks. NXT 2.0 before the UK came over was better because it gave viewers something new and it was treated as a real developmental brand.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about a little bit. You know, I think Triple H could do... The reason why I think Triple H is going to do better is because, guys, when Vince McMahon was still booking Raw, we were giving Monday Night Raw... I was giving Monday Night Raw 1s, 2s, and 3s out of 10. 1s, 2s, and 3s out of 10 is what I was giving Monday Night Raw. So when Triple H takes over, it's like, well, it's not going to get worse. I can't believe it's going to get worse than Vince McMahon and than what they were putting out before. So, and it hasn't. You know, I know that I wasn't thrilled with last night's show or Monday night's show, but it was last night. But it's just like, I'm not, whatever. Anyway, I've got Ric Flair's, one of the things to end on here. I didn't know how long I was going to stay on. I thought about staying on for an hour, 2 hours. But, you know, with this thing over my fucking face and whatever else, you know, I don't know how long we'll stay on, but we'll take calls. This is frozen. It's fucking really pissing me off that this fucking thing is frozen. I don't know why it's fucking frozen, but it's freaking me the fuck. You guys can't even see it. There's a big black thing over my screen, fucking stopping me from seeing the screen or being able to move the screen at all. So thank you, Retro Neon, for the $1. But let's go to Ric Flair's. Every Ric Flair WWE WrestleMania match ranked worst to best. This is hard for me because I know it's between two matches. And I know the two matches that it's between for me. And I got Rojas. Rojas, your mic alive yet? He might not be back yet. But it's between two specific matches for me. So I'm going to tell you how they ranked this, and this is Wrestling Inc. that ranked this. Brian Hogland. He says, Ric Flair versus Carlito versus Chavo Guerrero and Gregory Helms, WrestleMania 23. I agree because I don't even remember that. Ric Flair, Randy Orton, Batista versus Rock and Sock Connection at WrestleMania 20. I barely remember that as well. So that makes sense to me. Ric Flair versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 18. I guess I could agree with that. It's fine. Money in the Bank ladder match, WrestleMania 22. It's number 3. Ric Flair, best match at WrestleMania. Number 2 on the list, Ric Flair versus the Macho Man Randy Savage at WrestleMania 8. It's one of my favorite matches of all time. I've got a few of them that my favorite all-time WrestleMania matches, but that is up there. I would put that on my DVD. And then number 1 all-time, Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 24. Now, these are the two matches that I have trouble with because I think I would need to sit down and watch them both again to try to figure it out because I do love Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 24, obviously. I really do like that WrestleMania. But, man, WrestleMania 8 was such a masterpiece with, Mr. Perfect and Ric Flair being
You raised a piece of shit!
Joe, what is a titlet?
I don't know what a titlet is, man. Luke Rojas has an Obama phone. My XSplit is frozen, so we're stuck on title on my face. I don't know why. I can't do it. But I think that I know that people love WrestleMania 24 and the retirement and everything else, but I would change these two. I believe Ric Flair's greatest WrestleMania match ever is Ric Flair versus the Macho Man Randy Savage. The fact that him and Mr. Perfect were such shitheads, the build-up, and then the match itself was wild. You know what I mean? It had such a story. We're going to show Miss Elizabeth's naked body to the entire crowd, and everyone's going to see your old lady. It's going to be up in the Titantron for everybody to see. And they got this big fucking poster that they keep looking at. Like, look at her. Oh, man, wait till everybody sees, Miss Elizabeth. And, I just remember being disappointed as a kid because I really thought we were going to see this naked woman. And that didn't happen, But what a great time. So, and if you've never, man, I got to tell you, man, if you've never watched WrestleMania 8, you're out of your fucking mind. Even WWE shits on WrestleMania 8. It's one of the best fucking WrestleManias ever. And I'm serious. While WrestleManias, 5 and 6 and 1 and 3 and, whatever, had some of the bigger matches, like overall biggest, like one match or whatever. WrestleMania 8 is one of the best beginning to end WrestleManias of the first 10. No doubt about it. WrestleMania 8, if you told me right now, I'm going to make you watch an entire WrestleMania from the beginning to end. I mean, WrestleMania 8's the one I'd probably pick if it was the first 10. I even like WrestleMania 9 a bit because it's so ridiculous.
Basketball dance off the concrete. I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Windows key plus Control plus Shift plus B resets your display driver. Worth a shot.
Jag DePanzer, thank you for the $1. Yeah, the problem is, though, it's not the display driver, though. It's coming from the fucking XSplit, I think. So that might just fuck up my stream, to be honest. WrestleMania 9 was so fucking terrible that I enjoy it. WrestleMania 9 is hilarious. Like, in the worst way. Like, WrestleMania 8 is wonderful. I love WrestleMania 8. WrestleMania 9 is retarded. I mean, let's just talk about it. Bob Backlund faces Razor Ramon. It's so weird. Doink the Clown sees a shadow of himself and clobbers Crush in the head with a fucking arm. The Undertaker gets chloroformed and wins because he's chloroformed. Mr. Fuji throws salt in Bret Hart's eyes, so he loses, and then Hogan just comes out and suddenly gets a title match and then wins the title. Out of nowhere. But in Hulk Hogan's match earlier, people have briefcases and bricks and they get disqualified. WrestleMania 9 is all booked by Bruce Pritchard. It's fucking insane. It's disqualifications. It's fucking chloroform. It's multiple doinks coming up from under the ring with weapons. I mean, bro, it's people riding camels. It's Shawn Michaels and Tatanka's great match ending retarded. Dude, every ending is fucked. Watch WrestleMania 9. Every goddamn ending is ridiculous. So it's just like, what? The best match is Tatanka and Shawn Michaels, but it ends in fuckery. I think the only match that ends normal is the Head Shrinkers and the Steiner brothers. I think. Oh, I reset my display driver, Jag DePanzer. It didn't fix it. It had vultures, chloroform. I mean, the reset on the display driver did work, but it's not fixing this because it's something to do with XSplit. So I'm stuck with the title thing over my head. Thank you, though, for the $1, Jag DePanzer. Jag the Panzer coming in with $1. Luke Rojas' Obama phone coming in with $1. Retro Neon coming in with $1. Moss Blaze coming in with $29 turkeys donation. Robbie Hyde with $1. Robbie Hyde with $3. Thank you. Get wet.
Rojas' Obama phone.
Yeah, you get yourself a fucking Obama phone, you fuckhead. I have a title thing over my face, for Christ's sake. How do you think I feel?
Tomorrow.
So, yeah, WrestleMania 8, I'd tune into that if I were you guys. Tatanka's supposed to win, but politics happened. Yeah, classic Shawn Michaels, you know? No, I'm not doing that, bro. Classic Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels, he could never hold it off, though. First, Shawn Michaels didn't want to lose to Tatanka, so they did fuckery. Then Shawn Michaels didn't want to lose to Razor, so he dropped the belt for no reason, then quit and went home. Then he had to come back with a duplicate title because, you know what I mean, then actually lose it to him. I mean, it's just hilarious. I love Shawn Michaels. He's my favorite wrestler.
I mean, yeah.
But he's kind
Shawn
of...
Michaels, he did put over Bret Hart, though.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to mention that. He put him over like 300 times.
Yeah, he did do the right thing most times. He really did,
and
man. I love Shawn.
And Bret Hart didn't want to put him over at all.
Yeah, well, Bret's a fucking douche, you know. I like Bret too, though, but
after he'd already locked in the sharpshooter, so technically, I mean, he won but didn't win at the same time. So, you know, it's people. I know that people, you know, Shawn Michaels was definitely an asshole back then, but it's like people don't seem to acknowledge the fact that Bret Hart was also a giant asshole.
yeah. J-Rod, WrestleMania 23, I don't really like that much. It's like somewhat okay. You know, Cena and Michaels is pretty good. I think Vince has the Donald Trump's thing happens. Maybe there's something else I'm forgetting. I like WrestleMania 22 better. WrestleMania 22 is much better to me than 23. And you know,
Taker and Batista was good.
I hate Batista.
Well, I hate him too now, but I thought they had a good match.
I should watch it again because I don't really remember it because I was kind of bored by it. Because again, I literally don't like Batista so much that like I remember thinking like I don't care about this. I hope Batista loses is all I thought. Like, you know, and he did. So, but yeah, I know WrestleMania 22 is. And again, like I said, I know that people hate WrestleMania 9, and WrestleMania 9 is fucking terrible. But you know what I think it is I was at the height of my wrestling love as a kid at WrestleMania 9. I was 9 years old, and I was a huge Hulk Hogan fan and a huge Shawn Michaels fan. And so I got to see Shawn open the show. You know, I got to see Hogan win at the end, and I know that a lot of people didn't like that, but I loved it as a 9-year-old. I was like, oh, my God. And I was a Bret Hart fan. I was hoping Bret Hart beat Yokozuna, but I was kind of like, you know, I was like, yeah, Bret Hart, I hope he wins. I wish Hulk Hogan was headlining, though. Like, as a kid, I was like, I wish Hogan was facing Yokozuna. That's what I thought as a kid. But I was like, but I like Bret Hart, so I hope Bret Hart beats him. But then Bret Hart loses, and it's like, oh, fuck. And then out comes Hogan. And then Hogan hops in there, and then I'm like, oh, my God. And then, so that was totally for kids, and it worked on my 9-year-old ass. But, yeah, WrestleMania is so fucking retarded. I find it immensely entertaining to watch how bad and ridiculous it is. Like WrestleMania 11 is trash. But WrestleMania 11 isn't fun to watch. You watch it and you're like, this is awful. You know, until you get to Shawn Michaels and Diesel, which is an okay-ish match. And then, you know, watching LT struggle through the main event with Bam Bam Bigelow is kind of entertaining in a way. But, you know, WrestleMania 11 is just blah. But WrestleMania 9 is at least hilarious. To me, I don't know. So I actually put it up there somewhere in the lower mid tier.
WrestleMania 34 sucks.
God, most of the WrestleMania 30 things are terrible. I hate WrestleMania 30, probably whatever it is.
I mean, I didn't I think WrestleMania, there's like very few that I could actually sit down and watch the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Go try to watch
Like-
WrestleMania 1 from beginning to end. You might bullet yourself.
No, that's never gonna happen.
WrestleMania 1 is rough to get through from beginning to end. It just doesn't age well. It's one of those things. It's like when I go back, well, it's like the original Star Trek. It's like without the original Star Trek, I would never have loved and gotten into TNG because my dad wouldn't have been in. You know what I mean? That stuff wouldn't have happened. But when
you're not gonna watch it again.
Yeah, but when I go back but listen, I do like the original series of Star Trek. But when I go back and watch it, I find that there's only like 5 to 8 episodes that I go to and watch. Like I will purposely put on 5 to 8 original series Star Trek episodes. But if you watch, like, try to watch the whole 3rd season and try to watch from the beginning to end, man, it's hard because it's so dated and cheesy and stuff, except for when you get to the really good episodes, because then what happens is even though, you know, it looks like shit and everything is real cheesy and stuff, the story is so good that you're like, I get it. Like, this is a really good story. Like, I really care about this and I like these characters. And so you just have to make believe, you know, they're in the future, like, and it's so weird that you just can't even comprehend it. But yeah, you can't watch everything. So WrestleMania 1's like that. When you put on, what is it? You know, it opens up with Tito Santana versus the Executioner, and the Executioner looks like he's fucking can't even see the ring with the mask on. Like he's fucking like, go watch that. The Executioner's like retarded. Like in that match, and Tito Santana's like carrying the match, like diving everywhere and doing all this crazy shit. But then it's just weird, and then you get to the end and it seems important, and that's, other than a couple other little things, that's about it.
What did you So you talked about WrestleMania 23. Me personally, I didn't like 22, but what did you think of the main event with Shawn Michaels and John Cena? Because I really liked that match.
Yeah, that's the best match of the whole show. And I mean, it was supposed to be Triple H versus Cena, and we got a whole different... we got to wait.
I'm glad we got the Shawn Michaels one.
Well,
you know,
and that's the funny thing is, I think with Shawn Michaels and Cena, you got one of Cena's best like wrestling matches because of Shawn Michaels. But if it was Triple H, what I think you would have gotten was the story would have carried the... Like, the crowd would have been wild for the story. Because remember the year before when the crowd was going nuts for Triple H, kind of, and they were going back and forth? And so that really should have been the main event. And
you know what would have been cool is if, like, that happened, and then, like, the next year it was a triple threat from, like, the 2 DX members versus John Cena at, like, the next Mania. Because it is kind of weird that, like, John Cena squashes both members of DX, like, you know, right after the other.
Yeah, it was kind of funny, and I was rooting for Triple H the year before, so I was pissed, and then I was obviously rooting for Shawn Michaels because he's my favorite wrestler. So like I was actually angry, and dude, I'm a 23-year-old guy who knows it's all, you know. I'm marking myself, and I'm just like, I'm actually angry over it, dude. I was like fucking mad. I was like, fuck this Cena, fucking loser. Always fucking winning, like, fuck this guy. Like, that must have been what people were like when Hogan was winning and when he was on top. Because I was so mad.
You probably would have loved Cena when you were a kid. You
And
probably would have worn.
Yeah, I bet I would have.
Wore the wristbands. When I was a kid, I loved Cena. When CM Punk beat John Cena
like
at
him
Money
now.
in the Bank. When CM Punk beat,
you don't feel. I feel the energy when Cena's music hits. Like I get excited when I hear him. So I admit that.
You love it when he comes out with a New York Yankees jersey.
Yeah, I do love it. It tells me what a fake person he is, so I like that. I like that I know that he's a fake.
I think he's just a fucking robot. He's just like, okay, my orders are to do this.
Yes. No, John Cena is a robot. Yes, China said to do this. I hate Taiwan. Yes, I do. I hate Taiwan.
What's he supposed to do in that situation, though?
China says black people are bad. I agree with China. I will not. Black people, no cover of the movie. Yes, I agree. China says kids should die. I agree. He will do whatever. But that's how dangerous John Cena is as a human being. He has no spine at all. He'll do anything for money. It doesn't matter. What's the company's narrative? Are they paying me? I will go along with it. That's the Yankees. I'll wear it everywhere. But never mind being in the back and saying, you know what, Vince, I understand what we're doing. Like, I'm the face. I got to love everybody. But I'm a Red Sox fan from Boston. This is bad. I'm not doing this. Can't do this. Not doing this. He can't do that. He just shows everything.
He wouldn't wear a New York fucking Giants jersey, would he? Like,
yeah, of course he would. If you wear a Yankees jersey, he'd wear a Giants jersey. We don't hate the Giants in Boston. We hate the Jets.
I hate them.
We hate the Jets. And he would wear he'd wear anything as long as he will support child labor. He's like LeBron James. He will support child labor camps if it makes him money. That's all he cares about. I'm serious. I hate to break it to everybody. Hey, listen, Hulk Hogan calls people the N-word behind closed doors and isn't really the great American guy that everybody thinks he is. Hey, guess what? John Cena is a fucking communist shill. It's the truth.
Maybe a little over-exaggerating, but I think John Cena, I don't think he's like a terrible person, but I think he is extremely just like, hey, I'm making money, so... Which
I think that
can't
is
really
terrible.
blame him. I probably would do the same thing because who gives a fuck? Good.
Well,
go make my fucking sneakers in China.
Once I was rich, once I was rich enough, though, it's one thing to have to put on the Yankees jersey and go out there and be like, listen, I got to make all the fans happy no matter what. That's one thing. It's one thing to do that. It's another thing to be like, you know what? Trying to erase black people from movies is okay. That's all right. You know?
No, because think about this. I know because you think, because they're rich enough, but we both know that they can just take shit away from you like that. So it's more than just money. It's okay, you don't want to play ball, then fine, we'll just release some story about sexual assault with John Cena, and boom, your career take away your hit, and you say it's kind of like the Thailand.
Oh my God, Rojas, your thing is Rojas, go pull the stream up and listen to how retarded you are. How's sound? Sorry, bro. Your mic just shit on itself. All right, listen. I'm going to get out of here. Rojas's mic is broken. My head is broken. My donation thing. Oh, no. My title screen is frozen. I got to be up early, I guess. I'll see you guys tomorrow for AEW Dynamite. I'll be live after Dynamite tomorrow night, and we'll get ready. Charlotte is talking again. Charlotte's talking. Man, Luke Ross's shit was jacked up, bro. That shit was jacked.
You shit come kill you right now because you're a fucking idiot.
Oh, I'm a fuck. What?
Shit come kill you right now because you're a fucking idiot.
Oh, I'm a fuck. What?
Guys, I hope you hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let's get to 100 likes if we can.
When you play your little fuck games.
And let's get to 100 likes or baby dolphins will die, everybody.
They certainly laugh at your misfortunes, fuckers.
And I will see you tomorrow for the AEW review. Jim Cornette. Take it away, Jim Cornette. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I had a blast. You guys are the best. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. And shout out to Moss Blaze for the big drop tonight.
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone. And he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin because it's just so fucking sad.